As the pivot for June is open now, we can see 103K is the pivot for June. We also have bullish divergence on daily time frame for Bitcoin. And I'm expecting Bitcoin to hold the price above the pivot we have got and continue to the upside. The first resistance or the target we have is about 113K. The second resistance for June is about $122,000, and it's gonna be a very strong resistance in my opinion. The USDT dominance is still falling to the downside, and in my opinion in June time we can see that to reach to about 3.50%, which is a really important support area for USDT dominance. Hello and welcome back to your channel. Hope you are doing well. On monthly time frame, the RSI still has got a lot of room to grow to the upside. In the previous cycles, every time Bitcoin reached to the top, the RSI was about 90 or even more than that. We can see 2017 and 2021. And now every time Bitcoin made a new all-time high, the RSI couldn't pass the 75 on monthly time frame. In my opinion, this is just a consolidation and continuation to the upside in the next few months. And if we check Bitcoin on monthly time frame, we have got a yellow trend line in here which connected the tops for 2017 and 2021, and the white trend lines are parallel to that yellow trend line. The trend lines give us resistance for Bitcoin on monthly time frame. The first resistance is the price about $130,000 to $140,000. If Bitcoin can actually pass the first trend line, the price about $140,000, the next resistance or the top is going to be around $160,000, likely for me because this is the 100% of Fibonacci extension for the previous movement we had for Bitcoin. Even in weekly time frame, this movement we have in here at the moment is so similar to the previous movement we had for Bitcoin. The 50 MA on weekly time frame held the price of Bitcoin as a support. Bitcoin passed the 20 MA on weekly time frame and crossed above the yellow resistance line we have got in here and continuation to the upside. Now this time Bitcoin also stopped above the 50 MA on weekly time frame. After that, passed the 20 MA and crossed above the yellow resistance line. In my opinion, we are going to see continuation to the upside to about $132,000 to $148,000 because we have a very important resistance area. If we connect the previous tops together in weekly time frame, that gives us a very important resistance sub $150,000. Before we continue, please take a second of your time, press the like button and subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it. On daily time frame for Bitcoin, as the pivot for June is open now, we can see 103K is the pivot for June. We also have bullish divergence on daily time frame for Bitcoin. And I'm expecting Bitcoin to hold the price above the pivot we have got and continue to the upside. The first resistance or the target we have is about 113K. The second resistance for June is about $122,000, and it's gonna be a very strong resistance in my opinion. The global liquidity is still rising to the upside, and Bitcoin is also following that. The fear and greed index is in the neutral zone at the moment. We were in the greedy last week, but now we are back to the neutral zone. And in my opinion, we can consolidate about this area for a few days, and after that to see a rally from Bitcoin and the fear and greed index to the extreme greed as well. The USDT dominance is still falling to the downside, and in my opinion in June time we can see that to reach to about 3.50%, which is a really important support area for USDT dominance. The last but not the least, the S&P 500, as I mentioned, we have got the bullish divergence on weekly time frame on RSI. S&P is still rising to the upside and is so close to 6,000 at the moment. As I told you in the previous video, I'm expecting to see S&P to reach to about 67 to 6800 in the next few months, and that's going to be really bullish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as well. As always, comment below and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for the like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one.